Hello, folks. This is Dan here again. My review of the Soundstream VR-64H2B double din. You might not be able to see that because it's getting dark here. I'm out here in Southern California, and it's pretty hot lately. Anyways, I'm gonna turn it on so you can see what it looks like. And I have a flash drive in here. It's a micro or mini SD or SD, not just a regular SD. It's one of the features that I've been looking for in my dual DIN double DVD. And and here, so here's what it looks like. I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna just mute that. I'm gonna go to menu, and that looks like that. And it's a beautiful looking screen. I actually think the screen is fairly decent for the $220-ish I pay for it. Got it off of Crutchfield.com. They're very good. I tend to like their very good service. Um, so this is what the menu looks like. And if you do that, there's a second menu. This thing packs a lot of features. And even has like they call it the mobile X2. So you download the app, put it on your phone, but then you have to have this adapter that connects to a USB and an HDMI, and it actually mirrors the phone. I did not buy that. I had to test the unit out and like it before I do anything that crazy. Unfortunately, this unit has not met the mark, not at all. Now I have only have the stock speakers in here. I did not take out the Subaru stock speakers. I'm gonna be putting in some aftermarket Kenwoods. I got the cheaper ones. I still think they're probably better than what's in here. The main unit that was in here was a Panasonic. It was a stock radio. It was not the Harman Kardon version or anything like that. It was a good unit. It sounded really good with the speakers, but it had some shortcomings, and doesn't have the video, which I've been wanting in a car. And I'm not really looking for navigation. This is not a navigation unit, but with the mobile to link X2, no mobile link X2, you can mirror your phone and actually look at stuff like your phone and Google Maps and whatnot, or if you're into the ways. Um, so I think that's a nifty function. But my biggest thing is I needed to play music from the SD card. What I do not like at all is this SD is just straight out a bunch of artists um, um, in folders. I have a various folder, and if I click on here, it goes back. If you notice, it's out of order. It's actually uh, Z to A. I don't know why. But the problem that I'm running into is it stops at S. It only reads probably 25% of my music. What the heck? They gotta get it right. I hear there might be specific brands of SD cards and flash drives that these companies use, but that's just unacceptable to me. They should be able to read anything. I don't. I'm not gonna go and buy a uh, um uh, the specific brand just because I have tons and tons of flash drives. I want to be able to use anything, so that's unacceptable. I'm not going to demonstrate too much here. I've already tested out the uh, the Bluetooth seems to work. I've already tested it out with one phone. I would like it to work with two phones, but I don't know. I haven't set that up. I've already given up on this unit because of the MP3 capability. It's just not working the way I want it to, and really irritates me, I'll go to if you notice, it's not showing ID3 tag. So something's going on here where it's just showing the actual file name, and that's just yucky. And I want to be able to see the album cover and other things. Now it actually does read the ID3 tag here, but that particular file does not have an ID3 tag. It does have a shuffle mode, so which is good. So if I hit that, it doesn't seem to give me much an options to do that. Let's see, we'll go to menu, settings. Here's another irritating thing. So the buttons are kind of hard to press, especially if you're driving. Um, has camera function, so that's a good thing. So if you need it for certain things, that's great. But this thing just sounds awful. Bass and treble are way up, and I'm barely getting any bass out of it. And I think it's probably best if you put a subwoofer and better speakers. It might sound a little better, but there's no EQ on this at all. It's just bass, treble, and not even a mid range, which should give me a little more. And then if I do stuff like this, it just changes. Oh wow, pop classic. Yeah, that's just lame. They could have like a 5 band or a 7 band EQ. That would work better. And loudness really sucks. It's just a volume control. There's absolutely no change in sound. It just raises the volume up. Now, if you notice, I did not. There's no mute button on this. I didn't see any mute button. So I'm gonna go back to mode, and it goes through all the different radio's mediocre. It's actually decent. I don't have a problem with it. Looks like it has the information, the RDS, so that's cool. Does not have HD. It does not have any way of um, hooking up XM Sirius. So that's your Bluetooth menu. And then if you have the Bluetooth music, it does not show any display. Bluetooth sounds like crap. There's no other way to say it. It just sounds like it's underwater, and connects. It works, but it just doesn't sound good. And if you're into sound, this is not the unit for you. Um, this unit doesn't, do for a double din with DVD, which DVDs actually look pretty good on this, and it does play DVDs fine. And you don't need any special converters if you want to do the illegal thing and watch videos. Probably not going to do that. That's kind of silly. Um so there's the mobile link. I don't have that. Be neat to see how that works. The loading speed is okay. I've seen slower. I played with the JVC today, and it took forever to load the same exact flash SD card. Um, yeah, you notice though, it shows the file name. It doesn't show it all. It doesn't really show a whole lot. For this big screen, you should be able to see the full title. If they're not gonna have the album cover, you gotta have the full titles. Make everything bigger. It's such a tiny font. You know, uh, the single din was about the same size, and I don't know. I just think that's kind of silly. And the button layouts. I thought this was forward and back. No, that's fast forward. That's rewind. This is back. This is forward. What? They just did not make it the way it should be, and that's just one of those gripes of mine. But again, it's not reading the whole drive, so it's going back. And that with the EQ, those limitations, and the terrible sounding Bluetooth, it's just done deal for me. It's not good enough. Um, there's anything else that you guys are interested in? Um, hmm, there was one other thing I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Um, I think that's it. Um, pretty easy to install. I didn't have any huge issues. Oh, another one of my gripes. A couple gripes actually. Before I go, um, let it load up here. As you can see, it took about 10-15 seconds. So this is 0. This is 1. This is about maybe 10 on, or 15 on level on my other stock radio. So there's nothing lower than this, and I'm pretty sure you could hear it, but there's no in between. And okay, when I was testing this out the first time around, it was really hot. I imagine if I were to, this thing just pops right off. There, I don't have anything bolted down, so yeah, this thing is really hot. I could burn it's if I hold it too long, I'll burn my hand. So yeah, this is what it looks like in the back. If you could see, sorry. Yeah, I have a flashlight here. Maybe that'll help. It has a lot of outputs. That's one thing I'd say. You could easily have multiple DVD sources, so kids in the back, and you could actually play DVD and view it in the back. It's pretty standard. I really don't, I did a decent job, hooking it all up, but it's not perfect, and need to have something that's more perfect. So, I know there's one other gripe, and I just can't think of it right offhand. Yeah, overheats, and it gets hot here in California. It was 100 degrees today, and I imagine how hot this thing can get in all that heat. I just can't see it lasting that long. Hopefully the next unit, maybe a Kenwood or Pioneer, Alpine, all those good brands. I know they're better at they're dispersing the heat and taking it. So that's my review of the VR-64H2B by Soundstream. Hopefully I'll have some more videos to come. You have any questions? Go ahead and leave comments below. Have a good day.